When people would ask, like, how do your parents feel about me making all these dick jokes and all these sex jokes? I'm like, where do you think I got it from, bro? Like, old Thai people are disgusting.
What's going on, Plug Play fam? Welcome to another episode of Pullin Up. It's your boy, I am Peter Tang. We're chilling here at Plug Play HQ. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning, but we're gonna go take a little bit of a break and go visit the homie real quick. I know we haven't been as consistent as we'd like to be with our content on YouTube. It's been a little busy, you know, we've been out here, you know, making some merch, you know, and getting some new shops, expanding territories. We're launching in Colorado. So, with that being said, today we're gonna go visit the homie, you know, the one, the only, Tim Chantarangsu. You might have seen him on Wildin' Out. You might have seen him on some funny ass YouTube comedy skits. You know, me being Thai, he's also Thai. It's just dope to see a Thai brother win. So we can go take him out to lunch and just chop it up with him. Should be fun.
Yo, what's good?
What up,
yeah,
what's up, bro?
Good. What the fuck are we doing?
A fucking legend right here.
Let's go.
We're gonna just chop up. Tell us a little bit about yourself, bro. Cause this dude got an amazing story.
It's alright. It's alright.
Let's roll.
Let's get it.
All right, I got my boy, Tim.
What's up, bro?
Tim Chantarangsu.
Chantarangsu, yeah.
What's the American way to say it?
Chantarangsu.
Chantarangsu.
Yeah, it's like
and then there's Thai, there's the Chantarangsu.
Thai would just be Chantarangsu.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for doing this, man. Thank you for coming and chopping it up.
Of course, bro. You know, I'm here, dog. Look, free food, I'm with it, man.
Hell yeah.
I don't even know what we're doing. You said free food. I said, okay, cool.
I give you some free weed too.
I mean, you know I don't smoke, but I give it to somebody.
You give it to my dad. You gotta give it to the homies.
I give it to my dad.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bro, I've been following your career. You've been holding it down for the Asian American community.
Thank you, bro. I'm trying.
You were one of the very first to be out there and to put yourself out there. You did it at a very young age too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've been on YouTube for like 16 years.
YouTube was barely getting, like, you were one of the early content creators of YouTube.
Yeah, I'm like, you know, I'm like a pioneer in this shit, you know?
We see that. You're still running, you're still going strong too,
I think
bro.
YouTube probably started, thanks, man. I think YouTube probably started in like 2005, and then my channel that I still use to this day is like 2006, yeah.
2006. When you first started YouTube, right? Like, what were your plans? What did you envision out of what you were doing?
Well, you know, like, to be honest, bro, it's like, I mean, before YouTube, I was, you know, the goal was just like TV, movies, rap, right?
So you were already like, this is what I wanted to do.
Yeah, that was always what I wanted to do.
I see.
And then YouTube was just something I thought like, oh, this might be a good way to just maybe get my face out there, because it was brand new, right?
Yeah.
And so I had a whole plan for my life. It was called the Fresh Prince format. It was to do everything Will Smith did, rap, TV, movies. You know what I'm saying?
So you're a big Will Smith fan, I see.
I'm a bit, you know, Will Smith was definitely like, I feel like he was my big brother that I never had, you know?
For
like,
sure.
real, like, biggest influence on me just as a young adult, right? And me and my boys in high school at Paramount High, we were just already like making little short movies and stuff like that. We would just submit to different like online contests, you know what I'm saying? And so we started making little short films in high school and just like showing them in the theater, selling little tickets like 50 cents each, blah blah blah, like little dumbass movies, right? I randomly one day found YouTube and I was like, yo, we could put our movies on this random website, right? Because there was no real way to share our movies like that.
I see.
So I remember I was on MySpace, just uploading some tracks, you know, because I was like just trying to be a MySpace rapper. This is before SoundCloud rappers, bro. I was a MySpace rapper, and then I just started uploading just like little bullshit videos from my webcam, freestyling, doing like impressions of whatever just to make the MySpace homies laugh. And then since there weren't a lot of people creating content back then, especially Asian people like at all,
yeah,
I kind of started to hit like little most viewed lists and shit.
You were definitely getting shared amongst all the Asian community.
But I think in the world of like, especially that we're in now, you know, consistency is really important, because you know, now that everybody's consuming content on their phones, they want some shit like that they can see right now, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it helps to keep cranking out content, and I feel like a lot of people can't handle that. You know, not even like
it's overwhelming.
It is overwhelming, you know, and not only like work-wise, but I feel
creatively
like
too.
Creatively also, it's a lot of shit, and also just like mental health-wise, like I feel like a lot of people really buckle under that pressure. You feel me? Like me. Luckily, like I've been straight mentally, like my whole life. I'm good, you know what I'm saying? Like
you live in a specific energy.
Yeah, and my energy is just like I'm not worried about no one else, you know?
For sure.
I mean, I think balance is super important, you know? I think you gotta be able to recognize when you need a break.
Yeah.
Like I always tell myself, look, man, I'm gonna work hard, but I'm also gonna play hard.
For sure.
And whether and playing doesn't necessarily mean going out and getting fucked up. Like that's fun too, but like in terms of balance, look, sometimes I just like to sit on the couch and not do shit.
Absolutely.
For the whole ass day.
That actually is the most like I just talked about this yesterday. I was like, you know what sounds good right now? Just Netflix and in my bed.
Yeah, dog.
Chilling.
Mm-hmm.
All day.
All day.
Fuck it, in my underwear.
Like,
turning my phone off.
Don't even brush your teeth. Like for me, bro, like when I was living alone, I would always make sure Sundays I didn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? I would do some laundry, I would kick back on the couch, I would watch TV all day. Like I said, I probably wouldn't brush my teeth, order some Postmates, just kick it, right? And with, you know, I'm married now, I've been married for like the past 4 years, but with my wife, she's also very like, yo, Sundays is family day, do no work, don't schedule no meetings, we are gonna just kick it as a family. And I'm like, cool, that's great, I love that, right?
Amazing.
Because I feel like that's important. You have to prioritize your me time as well, you know, and I think that's why people forget that, you know. And I have to check myself sometimes and take a break and look around and be like, look at what you've accomplished.
These are my blessings.
These are my blessings. Count the blessings. Be proud of yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Like, let's say I would get into a habit of like, you know, because I try to get dinner with my family every week, right? Every like Sunday.
That's man, you're a good son.
Thanks, man. Well, because I mainly feel like it's like the balance is so important, right? Because let's say I'm somebody who feels like, oh no, I can't make it to dinner with my family, whatever, because I got this gig I gotta do, or I can't kick it with my family because or I can't get dinner with wifey because I'm in the studio, whatever. And it's like I gotta remind myself, why am I working? You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I grinding for? Yeah. Like, I'm grinding so that I can take care of my family, so I can like have these, so I can really, I'm doing all this so I can make them happy, right? But if I'm not like there for them completely, then what's the point? You know what I'm saying?
You're right. I'm gonna add on top of this, by the way, this man is so fucking solid, right? So fucking solid. He made this video that made me fucking cry.
What happened? What happened?
Alright, there was this one video of him where he surprised his parents and paid off their entire house. And this was when like your career was like just starting to go. It was a good time. Yeah. That's a big bag to pay.
Thanks, man. Yeah,
and,
it was.
And you did it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I gotta shake your hand for that, bro.
Thank you. That was always
that shit was real,
goal.
bro. That shit was real. That hit me to where it's like, damn, like that was fucking lit, Tim.
Thank you, bro. And I'm glad it could do that. A part of me was do I want to put this online? Is it gonna seem like I'm fucking just trying to like pump up my own ego by making a video?
Nah,
but then I was like, yeah, I need to, but I wanted to inspire people as well.
You inspired me.
Yeah, well, thanks,
you did.
man.
I'm you inspired me, bro. That definitely hit me in a way where I remember it. Right. I can talk to you about it. Yeah. You know, because it emotionally hit me too. I'm glad, bro. Nah, you're a good human being, bro.
It was just something I always told my dad I would do, especially like all the nights I was just out doing this, like, I'd be out late doing fucking these random this online shit. My parents like, what is this, right? I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, it's gonna pay off, right? I'm gonna pay off the house one day. Watch. And when I finally got to the point where I could do it, my dad was like, I knew it. So thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad. Where were you born?
I moved to Long Beach when I was a baby.
Okay.
I lived in Long Beach till I was 10, and then moved to Paramount, which is where my family opened up a Thai food restaurant. But I was born in Billings, Montana.
How? How did that happen?
So my dad,
because Thai people don't go to Montana.
They do not go to Montana. Yeah, I don't know if there's any Asian people in Montana.
You got Texas, you got Houston, Texas. Where else?
Where there's Thai people?
California, yeah, with Thai people.
So,
a lot of East Coast.
Yeah. So my
Little
dad.
colonies.
I mean, they're scattered everywhere,
But
right?
Montana, you don't hear about. Thai people in Montana.
So my dad was out. He took a little winter vacay one time, and he just thought it was beautiful. So decided to just take a couple college classes there, and then and then he ended up met my mom, went back to Thailand, met my mom, and then brought her back to Montana for a bit. They were living there for a little bit, had me, and then they bounced for whatever reason. And then we ended up in Long Beach when I was still a baby, and I've been there. Well, I was there till I was 10, like I said. And then Paramount is where I spent from I was I don't know, 10 to up until I moved out. Well, I was in Paramount until most of my young adult life too. The first time I got a condo was in Paramount. That was just where I, was doing my thing. And because my family had the Thai food restaurant there, and then we had it for 20 years.
Fire.
Super fire.
Yeah.
Real. It's surprising. Up and down Alondra in Paramount, there's 6 different Thai restaurants. I don't know how many. I don't know how so many Thai people ended up in Paramount, California, because it's 75% Mexican. But
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a lot. So my high school was probably 80% Mexican.
Any Thai people?
One other Thai girl named Bridget. And there was a handful of Asian people there. They all kicked it at a tree. It was called the Asian tree.
We're a rare breed.
Thai people?
Hell yeah.
It's not a whole lot of us out here.
The country is growing. It's a little. I mean, now cannabis is legal, so that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. That is very. Well, my dad used to tell me from when I was a little kid. He's like, Thai people basically invented weed. You ever heard of ganja? That's Thai.
Thai sticks?
Yeah, Thai sticks. He's like, we started that. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Cool. I always tell people, because when people would ask how do your parents feel about your content when you be making all these dick jokes and all these sex jokes, I'm like, yo, where do you think I got it from, bro? Old Thai people are disgusting. All they do when they have dinner, when they sit around, when my parents and all their old Thai friends have dinner together and drink, all it is dick and pussy jokes, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's just what I grew up on. I low-key feel like it's part of my culture.
That's funny. That's very true. They just kept it to a minimum around me because, my mom was very no cursing, no nothing. She wanted me to live pure.
Oh, now look at you.
I know, look at me now. I'm a drug dealer. Glorified. Legal one though, legal.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Right? What was that like? What was that moment that changed the game for you in your career, right? You're doing YouTube, doing all that. There has to be that moment.
You know what? I wouldn't say there was ever a specific moment, right?
But it's something that catapulted you to another level.
Yeah, boy, that's the thing.
Wildin' Out.
I mean, Wildin' Out was definitely another just moment of validation for me, coming from the online world. Traditional media was really trying to figure out how to navigate this new wave of online content creators, right?
I see.
So I would be going on auditions or whatever, but I felt there was still this stigma of just a YouTube kid, and and like I said, I've been preaching that TV and movies were my goals since day one, right? So there was always someone in my comments bruh, you'll never make it, you'll never do no shit past YouTube, you're fucking short, you're fucking Asian, you're not traditionally handsome, you ain't got, you can't be no Asian rapper on TV, it's not gonna work, right?
Fucking haters.
So when I got Wildin' Out, it was oh yes, suck my dick. It was everything, right? It was yo, I'm on TV, I'm rapping, I'm doing comedy, I'm on a real ass TV show. So it's all just a very validating thing where I could be look, I told y'all I was gonna do this shit, and now I'm here doing this shit,
Hell yeah.
So that was great.
You know what? After Wildin' Out, I started to just see you do so much more. You just started to just boom, your brand. More podcasts.
Right.
What do you work dude? What are you working on right now? You have so many things.
Thanks, man. But look, I feel it's crazy, right?
How do you do it?
How do I do it? I'm just very, like I said, I feel I have a lot of work to do still.
For sure.
I'm not satisfied. This current point in time, I do a show with my boy David So called right now it's called When Foodie Calls. It's a little travel food show. I got a couple podcasts just because everybody and their mama got a podcast. I had to do it. You know, I like talking about myself. So I got Dudes Behind the Foods podcast with my boy David, where we talk about food, but always ends up just being about some bullshit. And I got the No Chaser podcast with my longtime homie Ricky Shucks and homegirl Nikki Blades. Those go up every week. Got a brand new, well, not brand new, we got a 1.5-year-old who's just beginning
Congratulations
to... Thank
again
you,
on
man.
fatherhood, man. We're going to talk about that,
It's
too,
lit,
bro.
you know, she's just beginning to really run around and be active, so that's fucking tiring.
I love talking to dads about their daughters.
Oh, man, it's the best. It's the best.
It's a whole nother glow.
It's beautiful, bro. It really is. And trying to write a movie right now. Yeah, I'm working on music again for the first time in a minute. And I feel like the movie is what I'm really trying to work on, just because, you know, I think after 10, 15 years of online grinding and getting myself in the door, things are finally really changing and like
lining up,
and like I feel like just even like traditional media is really beginning to take like online people seriously in terms of like a talent pool, and also you know, they realize the power of what we do. So it's like I feel like I've been grinding for 10 years just to kind of get my foot in the door of what I want to do, you know what I'm saying? So now that I feel like I kind of have like I got a little weight to throw around, it's a good time to just write my own shit and see what happens with it, you know? It's trying to really get on my writer director wave, you know? So
the Jordan Poole.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Not Jordan Poole.
Jordan Peele. I got you. I understood.
I watch a lot of basketball.
Okay, yes. Spicy is real.
Yeah, you got the real Thai spice.
Let me tell you, this is hot.
The spicy?
This is definitely spicy. No, I'm good. Don't look around.
You sure?
No, I'm good, homie.